Hi, friends. My name is Toni Cureton. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Life Skills FYI. Life Skills FYI provides a set of core adult capabilities to manage work, family, and relationships successfully. It's designed to help build the skills adults need for life. Life Skills FYI teaches skills of planning, awareness, focus, self-control, and flexibility. They are daily living skills to promote successful, independent living. Skills that every adult should know, but were never taught in school. Life Skills FYI premieres on Thursdays at 10 a.m. on our My Virtual Academy Facebook page. Today, we are going to talk about how to accept a compliment, how to receive a compliment. So, compliments can make you feel wonderful. They can make your day, but they can also make you feel a little self-conscious or awkward. If you have low self-esteem or don't have much confidence in your abilities, compliments might make you feel uncomfortable because they aren't in line with how you see yourself. You may also struggle to accept compliments if you are worried about appearing arrogant or overconfident. Well, it's time to learn how to take a compliment at face value and appreciate the sentiment. It's time to start refusing the urge to put yourself down or to minimize your efforts. Instead, acknowledge the compliment and say thank you. Today, I will share with you how to respond to a compliment gracefully and humbly, even if you tend to feel uncomfortable whenever someone gives you praise. So, first thing is, don't dismiss the compliment. When you reject a compliment, you are implying that you don't trust the giver's judgment or that you don't think they have good taste, which can come across as insulting. Avoid brushing off a compliment with a dismissive phrase like, "Oh, it was nothing," or "anyone could have done it. It wasn't a big deal." If you catch yourself saying any of these sentences or rejecting a compliment, apologize. For example, you could say, "You know what? Sorry for brushing you off. I'm still learning how to accept compliments." Next, thank the other person for their compliment. The simplest way to accept a compliment is to smile and simply say, "Thank you." Don't overthink it or read into anyone's compliment. If someone pays you a compliment, the easiest response is just to say thank you. If you feel a thank you is too short, you can expand on it slightly by saying something like, "Thank you. I sure do appreciate that." Or, "Thanks. It's kind of you to acknowledge my efforts." Or you could say something like, "Thank you very much," or "Thanks, this really means a lot to me." Or you could say, "Thanks so much. That really made my day." It's important that you express your gratitude. Whether you agree with the compliment or not matters very little. Acknowledging that someone spent a moment saying something nice about you, and for you to accept that moment graciously, that's what's important. You have to focus on being warm and receptive. Next, tell the other person why you value the compliment. If there is a special reason why someone's words of praise means a lot to you, share it with them. This kind of response also leaves the other person feeling great because it highlights their positive qualities as well. For example, let's say that you are wearing a nice outfit that's new, and you have a friend that's very fashionable, and they say to you, hey, that's a good looking outfit. It really looks good on you. You could reply, thank you so much. Coming from a person who is as stylish as you really means a lot. You are thanking them for their kind words, and you are giving them a compliment back. Next, you should always give credit to others. If someone compliments you on an achievement that you could not have managed without the help of other people, acknowledge the people who lent a hand. Your relationships could suffer if you don't give others credit because they contributed to your project. Give credit where credit is due. Always give credit to people who deserve it. Here are a couple of examples that you can use to help remind yourself to give other people credit while responding to a compliment you receive. If someone says to you, you did a fantastic job on putting this conference together. You got so many fascinating presenters to be at the conference. You could respond by saying, thank you very much. Everyone on the team worked really hard to pull this off. If someone says to you, wow, this cake is so delicious. You are an awesome chef. You bake really well. You could respond by saying, thanks. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I can't claim all of the credit though, because Teresa, she made the filling for the cake. Only give someone else credit if they deserve it. Don't try to deflect the compliment by encouraging someone else to focus on another person. Next, do not ask for further reinsurance. If you ask for reassurance after someone gives you a compliment, you may come across as insincere or fishing for extra compliments, or both. For example, let's say someone in your writing class says to you, I love your short story. I didn't see the final twist coming. Don't say something like, oh, did you really like it? Did you think so? Did you think it was really good? I thought the ending was kind of weak. Do you think I need to work on it? Was it really good to you? Don't say things like that, because you come off as being insincere, or you come off as wanting to receive more compliments than the one you received when they said they liked your story. Next, keep your body language friendly. Defensive, closed off language will probably leave the compliment giver feeling as though you don't appreciate what they've said, even though you may have said thank you. Avoid crossing your arms or frowning. Relax your jaw muscles and smile. If you are responding to a compliment via text or email, you could add smiling emojis to your message to get the message across that you are happy and you appreciate the kind words that they gave you. Next, add a detail that drives the conversation forward. When someone compliments you, they're giving you the opportunity to steer the conversation in a new direction. By adding an extra detail or a question at the end of your thank you, you can push past the awkward moment and move the conversation forward. For example, if someone says to you, I can't believe how good you are at skiing, you could respond by saying, thank you. I just replaced my favorite pair of skis, so it's been really fun to try them out this weekend. Or if someone says to you, oh, I love your dress. You look so beautiful. You could respond by saying, thank you. I found it in a quality vintage boutique that's recently opened in my neighborhood. Here are a couple of additional things that you could say to show that you want to move the conversation forward by adding a question at the end of your thank you. If someone says something to you like, your garden really looks good. You've got such a great talent for landscaping. You could respond by saying, thank you. Are you a gardener as well? Or if someone says to you, these are the best gingerbread cookies I've ever tasted. Wow, they are really good. You could respond by saying, thank you. I think gingerbread is the best flavor for this time of the year. Are you here visiting your family over the holidays? And make sure that you don't rush over the thank you. Part of the other person's, reaction or response, if you rush over it and brush over too quickly, is that you didn't appreciate the compliment that they gave you. So make sure you don't, oh yeah, thank you, and quickly move on. No, take a moment and thank them and be appreciative and show it, with your smile and your eyes and your body language. It lets them know that their kind words were appreciated by you. Next, you can return the compliment. Sometimes the nicest way to respond to a compliment is to give one of your own in return. For example, if your friend says, I really like your shoes, during a night out, you could respond by saying, thanks, I like them too. I love your purse, by the way. But make sure that the compliment you give is sincere. Don't compliment someone just to fill the silence or feel like you're obligated to give one back. Genuinely mean it. Show it in your face and in your body language. Smile and allow a brief pause before giving a return compliment so that it registers with the giver that you heard and you're acknowledging what they said and you're not brushing them off by saying, oh yeah, you look good too. No. Take a moment, pause briefly before returning the compliment. Again, you don't want the other person to get the impression that you're just dismissing their words. Next, you can give a compliment of your own. Make a note to remember when a person has given you a compliment, while you don't need to do so immediately, make a note of it. And later on in the day or later on in the week or at a completely unrelated time, do the same. Give them a compliment. Tell them what a good job they're doing on their project. Tell them how nice they look in their outfit. Find something to compliment them on. You can always find something positive to compliment a person on. You can say to a person as you're passing them, in the office or on the job or whatever, oh wow, you've got such a beautiful smile. Your smile brightens my day. Take note of the things that people do and show them their recognition. Get into the habit of making regular compliments throughout your day. Whenever you see people, whenever you see others doing good things or being successful in their various positions or the projects that they work on, express how good they did. Tell them, show them that they did a great job. Remind them of their value and importance. People appreciate, they appreciate being acknowledged for the hard work and the kind gestures. Show that their kindness does not go unnoticed. Show that their hard work does not go unnoticed. Next, we're at our final takeaways. So, in your own strength, if you shy away from compliments because you don't want to appear conceited or full of yourself, you have to recognize that you deserve recognition for the hard work that you do. It's not conceited to accept a compliment. If someone points out that you look nice or that you did a great job on a project, acknowledge that you really did put a lot of hard work into it and that they are recognizing you for it. There's nothing wrong with that. Also, avoid downplaying the compliment or your role within your company. See yourself the way that others see you. Take a moment and reflect on the compliments that you receive. Whether you believe them or not, take a chance to see how others see you. You might learn something really great about yourself or the work that you do, and it will make you feel more positive. It will give you confidence. For example, if you often receive compliments about your job performance, that means that other people are noticing the great work that you do. Understand that your self-evaluations will tend to be harsher or more demanding than what other people's evaluations of you would be. If you find yourself constantly second-guessing compliments, maybe there's something that you need to change about your self-evaluations. Lastly, boost your self-esteem. If you feel good about yourself, you will feel good when someone else notices something positive about you. Increasing your self-esteem will make you more receptive to compliments. Do this by thinking positively about yourself and recognizing your self-worth. Well, friends, that is all my time for today. Thanks so much for tuning into Life Skills FYI. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. My number is 586-842-0558. That's 586-842-0558. Again, my name is Toni Cureton. Thanks so much for tuning in to Life Skills FYI, and always remember to adult responsibly.